Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel if you're a returning subscriber, and if you're new here, a warm welcome to you. Pleased to have you here. In today's video, I want to share my recipe on how I prepare local stew. This stew recipe is always a hit and you'll be glad you watched this video. I'll introduce you to the list of ingredients and we'll get on with the cooking. My name is Ogi and you're welcome to my kitchen. Let's get started. I'll start by preparing the ingredients that I need for this stew recipe. And here I have Tatashe, which is a local variant of red bell pepper. I have fresh tomatoes and Shombo. I don't know if this is chili pepper or cayenne pepper. I'll also be needing hard-boiled eggs for this local stew recipe. So I have about 6 eggs. I've washed the eggs properly before placing them gently into my pot to avoid breaking them. I added enough water and also a little salt. Do you add salt to your eggs when boiling them? I always do this because I feel it prevents the eggs from breaking while it's still cooking. So after about 10 minutes, the eggs are ready. Moving on, I added my washed beef inside my pot, and to season, I went in with some chopped onion, ginger and garlic paste, dried rosemary, dry thyme, beef seasoning, curry powder, seasoning cubes, and salt. Feel free to take out or add to the spices that I use for this recipe. And I'll also drop the list of spices in the description box below. Please do well to check it out later. After adding the spices, I gave it a good stir until they combined properly. And then I went on to cover the pot and I cooked for about 7 minutes without adding any extra water. This is just for the meat to slow cook and release its own juice. After about 7 minutes, this is what we have. It has released some stock, and I also went in with a little water. I gave it one quick stir, covered, and I'll cook until the meat becomes tender. The beef is ready after cooking for about 15 minutes. I want to dry the beef a bit and I'll be using my air fryer for this. So I transfer the cooked beef into my air fryer. Feel free to do yours however you like. You can decide to air fry, or use it this way, whichever one works. I used my spatula to spread the beef inside the air fryer and I went on to air fry for about 10 minutes. While that is going on, I'll prepare my stew. For this local stew recipe, I'll use palm oil instead of vegetable oil. Palm oil makes all the difference and use as much as is needed. After adding the oil into my pot, I allowed it to heat up before going in with my chopped onion. I'll fry the onion for about 2 minutes. When making regular stew, we always use vegetable oil, but in this case, I'll be using palm oil because of the unique taste that it has. Palm oil takes the stew from regular to local. I also have this local ingredient that I'll be adding. This is called Iru, or fermented locust bean. This also adds a natural taste to this local stew. I'll fry this for about 2 minutes before going in with my tomato mix. My tomato mix comprises of some fresh tomatoes, onions, pepper, ginger, and garlic. After adding the tomato mixture into my pot, I'll give it a good stir until it combines properly with the palm oil, and then I'll continue to fry until it is ready to accept the rest of my ingredients. This should take about 15 to 20 minutes while frying on low heat. I'll check the beef inside the air fryer to see if it's ready. This is what it's looking like. This is how I want it, exactly how I want it. I'll set this aside and I'll also peel off the shells from the egg that I cooked earlier. I left this to cool before peeling. The eggs are ready. After frying the stew for about 15 minutes, this is what it's looking like. I fried on low medium heat and I was going in occasionally to give it a good stir so it doesn't get burnt. At this point, the stew is ready to accept the rest of my spices. I seasoned with a little bit of beef seasoning. This is about 1 teaspoon of beef seasoning. I also added my grounded crayfish because of the rich flavor that it adds to the stew. And then I added my meat stock. Feel free to use your favorite spices. When making local stew, I love to keep it simple. I don't go in with a lot of spices, but feel free to do yours however you like. I gave this a good stir until they combined properly and I covered and continued to cook. After cooking for about 5 minutes, this is what we have. It is looking super delicious already, and the aroma in my kitchen right now is really nice. This is a good time for you to taste and adjust your seasoning if necessary. I tasted mine off camera and I decided to add some seasoning cubes and salt. If you are still watching to this point, thank you so much for staying with me. You're the best and I truly appreciate your support. Please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. That way YouTube will recommend it to a lot of people. At this point, I added my fried beef, my cooked cow head. I also added 2 smoked catfish. I have a recipe video on how I achieved this. I'll drop the link to how I smoked the catfish in the description box below. I recommend you watch the video if you haven't seen it already. I gave this a good stir until they combined properly. The air fried beef, the cooked cow head, and the smoked catfish all have different flavors that they will bring to the stew. So this stew is already a hit. I covered the pot and allowed it to cook for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, this is what it's looking like. The stew is quite thick, so I went in with a little water just to help loosen up the stew, and I gave it a good stir until they combined properly. I added the hard-boiled eggs, gave it a quick stir, covered the pot, and I continued to cook. I present to you this delicious pot of local stew made with palm oil. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comment section if you'll be trying out this recipe. This recipe is a hit and I promise you your family will love it. It's time for me to prepare my rice because I want to pair the stew with boiled rice. I washed my rice before adding it into my pot and I also added hot water. I also have some ripe plantains. I'll wash the plantains and cut them up into my preferred sizes. This is the perfect combo: stew, boiled rice, and fried plantains. If you are new to the channel, hello, a warm welcome to you. My name is Oge. Kindly consider subscribing and also turn on the post notification so you are notified whenever I upload a new video. You love it here. I have lots of different content and you definitely see something that interests you. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back to watch me. Thank you for the love and the support. You guys are truly amazing, and I don't take your support for granted. I also season the plantains with a little salt. Do you add salt to your plantains before you fry? Next, I added the plantains into my preheated oil and I fried until it turned golden brown. Food is ready and it's time for me to dish this yumminess into my plate. I'll go in with my boiled rice, fried plantains, and then the stew. Please hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notification so you don't miss out on any of the amazing recipe videos that I upload. If you love yummy and tasty meals, this channel is the right one for you. We've come to the end of this video and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you for stopping by and see you all in my next one. Bye.